Hi, it's Lisa here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. So in today's video I wanted to talk about what I've actually stopped buying now that I'm doing minimalism. And it's not just about the trend that's happening. I actually stopped doing this over the last couple of years, and some things more so recently than others. So first things first, I've got my little notebook here. So first thing is magazines is one of the things that I've stopped buying. I used to buy a lot of clothes magazines and also style magazines and celebrity magazines, anything like that, and occasionally also interior designing and doing your house up and architectural magazines, because that's my background. So I used to buy these magazines, you know, once a week, maybe twice a week, and I'd get to the end of the magazine and I'd actually read a lot of it, but then it'd just be, piling up on the side, and I just thought, I don't need to buy any of those anymore. The internet's plenty enough. You don't have to buy something. Another thing I've stopped buying is excessive food. Now, I've never been one for buying loads and loads of food, but when I was living by myself, I did get into a habit of buying stuff and not really having a list. So now I've been living with my boyfriend for a couple of years now. We actually make a list of what we're going to eat in the week. We know what we've got in the house, you know, we've looked in the freezer, we've looked in the cupboards, and therefore we just buy what we actually need. Sometimes we do have a little treat, and you know, you might buy some cookies or some chocolate that wasn't on the list, but we don't go overboard and buy excessive food, especially fruit and veg, because, you know, if you buy too much of that, you know, after a couple of days you need to start throwing things away, and I don't like that at all. So yeah, make a list, therefore you won't have excessive food. Another one that I've stopped altogether this year is like buying kitchen appliances. Our kitchen isn't very big anyway, but it was a habit of when we moved in together, it was like, oh, we could do with a blender, and oh, we could do with that, and oh, that'll be nice. Half of these things are in the cupboard, so I am going to start looking at them and thinking, do we use them? If not, I'm going to probably sell them. But you know, we have very limited items in our kitchen. We just have what we need. We do have like 6 plates, 6 little plates, 6 bowls. We've got enough knives and forks for people. One of the main things is mugs and cups, because when I lived with my family there was just like a whole cupboard full, and you're never ever gonna use them. So we've got a very small cupboard and there's probably about 10 cups in there. Now that's probably excessive as well, but as we get each one, you know, you get one with Christmas, you get one with birthday, and we do try and filter them out and give them to charity or give them to people as well. So there's not many. We could probably cut down even more so, but we don't go out and buy anything else. We've got everything we need. Another thing that we don't buy, or I don't buy, also my partner doesn't buy, is home decor. One of the main reasons is that before I was with Dave, I kept moving and moving, and I was just packing the same things over and over again, and I thought, why do I need to have this ornament? Why do I need all these frames for photos? You know, I just kept packing lots and lots of things and don't need it really. I like having less clutter. You know, I don't like, there's not many surfaces in this apartment anyway, but I don't like having a lot of clutter, which means home decor items. Although unfortunately home decor is one of the things that you will get as a present, so I have to be careful, but sometimes I keep it for a while, but then a lot of the times I re-gift it without people knowing. Obviously they do know. And I also give it to charity shop or sell it on eBay. There's not many things we have now. We've got a photo book album that we use as you know, showing our photos. I've got an elephant in the bathroom. It's not very sentimental, but I quite like it, so maybe next time we move it will go to charity, anything like that. Just thinking, there's a couple of candles that people have bought, and I thought, well, I'll keep the candles because I can actually use them, and then, you know, they're done then. So I don't mind candles so much because you can use them. And also, obviously, it's nice having fresh flowers or plants in the house because it's a living, breathing thing, and it does enhance the environment. One of the things that I've started to not buy as much, so I don't not buy it, but I don't buy it as much, are clothing and accessories. So I do buy clothes. I don't buy many at all. Usually it's every like quarter, every season, I have a look at what I've got, what I've worn. I do have quite a select wardrobe because I did clear it out. There are probably still a few too many clothes in there, things that I know I haven't worn. Here it's February now, so over the winter I know I haven't worn some things, so when it gets towards spring I'll kind of have a spring clean, have a look at the things that I've not worn and probably sell them on. The extra thing I haven't bought at all in, I'd probably say 2-3 years, is DVDs. I used to love DVDs. I used to buy them. I used to love watching films. Still love watching films, but I don't buy DVDs. And the reason being, I had about 50 to 60 DVDs, and then I kept moving time and time again. There's a huge box of DVDs, and it's just pointless. So I gave them to my sisters, those DVDs. I kept about 10 back, but even so I might get rid of those. And I just watch films on Netflix, on TV. You know, I've only just signed up for Netflix in November, so it's nice to be able to just watch movies on there. And you don't need DVDs. I think really they're a dying breed, you know. It's everyone streams DVDs. I think the same thing can be said for CDs as well, because I've not bought one in forever. People don't use CDs nowadays. They don't need a whole collection. You know, people have Spotify and Amazon Music, you know, and iTunes. You just don't need a physical CD clogging up your cupboards anymore. So that's a few things that I've stopped buying or tried to reduce buying in the last year, 2 years. And there are going to be more things as I go along on my minimalistic journey. It's more of a, I'm not trying to be a minimalist and have, you know, 100 items, but I do want to simplify how I live and how we live, and to try and find value in everything that we own. And because we are looking to move in the future, and you know, both of us, we don't want to have, you know, loads and loads of boxes just full of junk. So you know, and we haven't gotten a loft here, which is a good thing, because a lot of the times people put junk in their loft. So we just want to get rid of stuff and stop buying things that we don't need. So I really hope that this has been a good video for you. You've learnt a little bit more about me and some of the things I don't need at all. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to read them. I'd love to reply to you, you know. And I'll see you next time. Bye then.